macro card, or Brexit's finest.
That guy's life sounds more interesting than mine. But, you know what I'm saying?
It should get to a point, right? The game should get to a point that is so good that you can choose to either play the single-player game or play an NPC. I just want to be a bread maker.
Lads, I saw this last night, and it was actually so epic, because we've been talking about the AI generation of games, and I was like, we've got to check this out. And I saw this come up, and it was just so good. Here we go. All right, boys. So look, check this out. So this is Witcher 4 gameplay
in the world,
running on a PS 5 at 60 FPS.
Wait.
Straight up gangster. Check this out. Look how she walks across there. So this is the new.
This is like the Unreal 5 tech demo stuff with those nanite caves.
So they've basically gone, and the cool thing about this that I watched it last night is, so it's the Unreal team plus the Witcher team talking about how all the new features they've built in. It's crazy. In a moment, see that horse? What they're doing with the muscles. So this is Siri. Have you guys watched The Witcher or seen The Witcher?
I played 3.
Yeah. So they've built technology. So this is why I'm so torn on the whole AI generated versus the actual rendering or the game engines, because the game engines are so mental, but they've built it so that the actual horse's muscles underneath the skin, change what's going on, and the two characters work together, as they're moving. It's actually. I was looking for the
touch points. Funnily enough, I'm playing Assassin's Creed at the moment. It's got really bad horse riding animation, but Red Dead 2 had the best horse animation. This is cool because just watching the way the knee interacts with the.
Look at this how the skin moves, bro. Look at the veins in the horse.
What the frick,
bro? It's actually intense. I was watching this, and then we were talking about the nanites and you know how we're talking about it just builds up the environment. So they obviously pre-build this so that they can actually structure the story. But every tree pine needle gets rendered.
What?
Every needle of the pine tree. And then as they zoom out, it turns into square pixels.
Look at all the dust and what the frick, bro?
Yeah. So it all has geometry, basically. Insane. Every tree leaf has geometry.
Oh, what the frick? Yeah. Oh, dang. Is this all real time? This is all real time rendering right now?
Yeah, this is in the game. They're jumping around. Look at that bear just crossing there. It's just chilling. So now you watch them walk, and then they show this bit. So they zoom out and they show how characters interact with each other while the main character's over there. So they got separate stories so that everyone's behaving in their own way. This is where I'm it's so crazy because we were talking about the other day how stories need to keep moving, and but they've got characters are doing their own thing, and you can interact with them, and it changes how they behave.
Dude.
It's interesting to watch the two technologies side by side, right? You've got the game engine, which we were talking about the other day, the Unreal 5, and then we talk about just rendering video, and this is so powerful.
Dude, you know what gets me amped about this? Because I love all the stuff they do in The Mandalorian, obviously around creating content, movies and stuff like that, where they use this for the volume.
Everything in the volume is designed to both light the actors and to be a background that we can directly photograph. So you end up with real-time final pixels in camera.
And they use Unreal for the volume. Yeah. And the fact that this just kind of looks real, especially if it was just kind of blurred in the back. I mean, look at that shot, bro. What the frick? That's so, as I'm talking about it, just insane how cinematic it looks. I just can't wait to see this used in movies, dude. Yeah. Obviously, it'll be sick to play, but imagine that rendered on some hectic graphics cards. That's just going to be nuts.
Yeah, because this is just on a PS5. Just chilling.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, I wanted to show you guys this just because I thought we were talking about it, and I'm just look at them they're just going to do it in the game engine, and they can still control what happens in the story.
Yeah. That is ridiculous, bro.
What do you reckon, Dazza?
On all the side stuff is really cool. I've seen Red Dead Redemption and a few others have tried this the people have consistent lives. Like the guy works in a bread shop and he goes to the flour mill every morning and does that. But then having it change on a broad scale, like that's where AI could really come in, because it's like, well, someone shot up the town on Tuesday. They're actually rebuilding the shop, and he goes and helps the shop because he has a pre-existing relationship and stuff like that. It's very cool.
What the, bro?
So many things.
The real question is: are we just doing this? Are we just a simulation? Like at this point, that guy's life sounds more interesting than mine. Like,
Well,
you know
so
what I'm saying?
it should get to a point, right? The game should get to a point that is so good that you can choose to either play the single player game or play an NPC. I just want to be the bread maker. I want bread maker 2025, like in the Wild West. Like that's what I want to do as a game.
Dude,
I want to do
I
that.
thought you said you want to be the
can do
bread
that.
winner. I think you were like, I thought you were just like, I want to be the bread winner. I was like,
I
cool,
want to be
bro.
the bread maker. Thanks.
That's cool.
Breadwinner
yeah.
would be the name of the game, and he like has bread for cannon hands, shooting yeast at gluten intolerant people.
But it's all in Unreal Engine 5.
Dude, but like real talk, that's actually really cool. Like that would be sick. You're just like, I don't want to be that guy. I want to be this guy, and you're just going to literally be. I want to
I
be the
don't want
bear.
to be the
I'm just
hero
gonna
of the
cruise
story.
on.
I just want to be the best market stall seller.
And it just works.
I'm waiting for The Sims, bro. I think if The Sims play the game right, they will crush. You
Get
know,
on
if they,
Unreal Engine.
yeah, dude. Dude, good find. I didn't even know this came out, or this got kind of launched.
It's coming out. It's blowing up. Like this is it's the tech. I think The Witcher 3 was such a big game, and I think obviously the series and stuff on Netflix, R.I.P. Henry Cavill and R.I.P. Witcher series, but that's another note. But like I just think that's what got me into it. Like I really love the series, and seeing this, I was like blown away, especially because we
next level.
just talked about it. Like I was like, look at that. She walks into the dude and just bumps his
all the
little-
apples and stuff. It's
Yeah,
just
it just falls out of his crate. And she's
You're
like,
right,
oh,
dude.
sorry.
the fact this is on a PS5 is the mind blowing part.
Yeah.
Because like you could tell me this was on some hectic hardware, I'd believe you.
Yeah.
Wow, dude.
I think
Yeah,
that's like
so-
what everyone's realized is they don't have to chase better hardware because the AI generation engines, like if you look at this same tech demo, they'll probably do nothing to it because everything has volume and everything has been like calculated. They do nothing to it except improve the AI engine to put a filter of cinematic realistic look, and it will look like real life 10 years from now with no more hardware power than like the next generation of GPUs.
Oh man. It's just so sick.
Just
Good
wanted
share,
to
bro.
show you boys and have a little check that out. So
Holy smokes.
excited to see what happens with that.